Hello there. This is Malcolm. Welcome to the first episode of a new series, the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. So yeah, this game is something I just randomly found in my library, my Steam library. It's possible I think Ice may have gifted it to me. I apologize if that's not the case. There's games in my library that I just haven't at all played, and yeah, it's about time I played something else as well and mixed it up a bit and got myself back into gaming a bit more, because I've been dwindling and languishing and other various words in a kind of unmotivated kind of way. How the hell have I gotten to the stage where I'm unmotivated to play games? I mean, what the hell? So yeah, figured out I'd have the whole Path of Exile thing. Get some Warlock of Firetop Mountain now that the Minecraft stuff is... it wasn't the most satisfactory ending, but it had gotten to that point. I think it had gotten past that point. Now I don't know when this is going to be posted, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, this is a game that is based from a fighting fantasy book. An old one, I suspect. And the fighting fantasies is one particular brand of the whole choose your own adventure books, which when I was a kid, absolutely loved. I was more of a Joe Dever or Joe Dever's Lone Wolf series. That was my jam. But the fighting fantasy stuff was good as well, and I would read a number of those. So it's interesting this one's been adapted. So there's a lot of sort of like book-related kind of choose this option, go here, blah blah blah, click click, read, click click. But they've apparently integrated some kind of combat system that's grid-based into the game. So that's cool. I think it's still pretty damn honest to the original physical book. But I don't think I ever played the Warlock of Firetop Mountain before, so this whole thing is new to me. It's like Path of Exile, I'd played a bit and then I started recording with the witch. This one, no idea what I'm doing. So let's just jump into it and see what's going on. Greetings, player. Welcome to the world of Titan, in particular, the most notorious of all lands, Alancia. I am Oriana, the Keeper of Souls, your guide and your game master of sorts. Many adventurers have entered Firetop Mountain over the last 30 years or so. Voracious readers have wandered many passages, battling the monsters within and negotiating the many traps, only then to take on the might of Zagor the Warlock. With skill, stamina and luck, they have chosen their many paths and rolled their fate. Many of these brave young adventurers have perished in the darkness, and their souls, even now, lie unclaimed. You appear to be the next brave soul to take on the mountain and all it contains. To do this, you will need to choose an Alancian hero to take into the mountain. Don't get too comfortable with your choice, however, as the ways are treacherous, and it is doubtful that you will survive. Only by bringing me the souls of the fallen may you be blessed with new heroes over time, each with their own quests within Zagor's domain. Okay. So we have our 4 heroes. We have some heroes yet to be unlocked, I think. Or possibly villagers, I guess. Some adventurers carry rope around with them. Some choose not to. When resting, you'll feel much better if you have a bite to eat. Zagor's keys are not always found in the same place. They will move around the mountain, okay? Remember that special attacks can take several turns to recharge, so use them sparingly. The use of the mountain map by scrolling. Oh, so they basically just give you random advice. Yeah, okay. You just click anywhere and go. No? Okay. So these are my 4 adventures that I've got so far. Let's have a little look. Lunica Ekati. The keen explorer, bustling cities previously thought were only legend. Every new person, place, or object she encounters is thoroughly questioned, explored, or examined before she rushes on to the next exciting discovery. Endless enthusiasm. Gets tiring for her adventuring companions who take civilization for granted. She keeps mementos from where she's been. Okay, cool. Keen eye and dexterous. I'm not really sure what's good on stats, because, I mean, it was decades ago when I last picked up a fighting fantasy. Stamina, I think, is basically hit points. Skill is kind of like your to-hit modifier, your ability to succeed at things in general, and I guess luck is going to kick in at some point as well. Don't know if that's a good stat range. We'll see. Oh, hang on, we've got attacks. So here's the grid combat stuff. Single attack in front, single strike to the left, a left slash. I'm guessing that one has a recharge, maybe, or costs more in some other way, because you'd never use the other two if you could just use that all the time. And then poison strike. It's found poison is particularly effective. Targets hit by this attack take +1 extra damage over the next 3 rounds. Oh, I see. So it's like a vulnerability sort of debuff thing. Cool. Although there's no long range attacks. Like, you've got a spear. You would have thought you'd have been able to stab things from far away, and that don't involve poison. But hey, let's have a little look at this dude. Look at that moustache. My goodness. So Decian Strom, soldier for hire, skilled warrior, looks out for himself. Got ambushed by bandits. Now he's looking to build up again, I guess. He also is dexterous and keen-eyed. Hang on. That's exactly what... Yeah, they're just the other way around. Cool. So you two have the same attributes. More stamina, less skill, less luck. Okay. Fair enough. Your attacks go go the other way. So basically you two are basically the same. There's one's to the right, one's to the left. Ah, but you've got your crossbow. Decian brazenly fires off a bolt from his crossbow, then ducks to the side for cover. Oh, I see. So there's like a movement in the attack built into it. One assumes you can pick which way to jump. Oh, look, I love purple. Purple's just such a good colour. Kind of reminds me of that online figurine or miniature designing service, Hero Forge. This looks very, very Hero Forge-y. They do look pretty damn cool. Anyway, Alexandra of Black Sand, famed for her many adventures, very well known, good at sniffing out trouble and gold, deft sword arm, sense dangerous situations, and a good reputation. Cool. Diplomacy. Educated and lucky. But you've not got that perception thing that the other two have got. So you're going to miss things. But again, sort of roughly distribution, a bit more stamina, a little bit less luck than that first warrior we looked at. And finally we have Aaron Godspeed, whose fighting stance is way too wide. That's a bit too much. That must be like mid-attack, but yeah, that's just too much. Yeah, it's not a good stance. Born in Fang, he's a hero. He just charges forward, chopping people up with so much force to put everyone off balance. He's the one that's bloody off balance. Should they manage to sneak a blow, it brushes off his impressive physique. I mean, 20 stamina's pretty high. I think it's the highest stamina of everyone. How Aaron's mother, a diminutive seamstress, managed to produce such a gigantic warrior is anyone's guess. One popular theory is that giant's blood runs through his veins. So he's illiterate, reading's not his strong suit, and fearsome. Okay, well, I'm kind of liking the yeah, because she's got some nice. She's got a sword, and yet she's got the longer ranged attacks than the person with the spear, who only has poison that's long range. What's his attack spike? Forward, right. Blade Storm. And then charging Twin Strike in a fluid movement. Aaron charges forward, striking at foes either side of him. See, problem you've got there is that that's saying that he charges forward and then attacks. What did this one say? This one says that he fires a bolt, then ducks to the side. So, which order that? Yeah, there's like one suggesting the attack happens, then the movement happens, and one says the movement happens, then the attack happens. Obviously, I'm assuming that everyone gets movement that's separate to attacks. So I assume that. I don't know. Let's not assume. Let's just pick the person who has the best color, because they're all a little bit drab. I'm going to be honest, there's a bit of drabness on this. So purple is like, yeah, look at me, ultimate stealth. If I'm, you know, hiding in a blueberry bush. Let's do it. Let us begin. And I guess we need to learn to fight. You have chosen Alexandra of Blacksand, a wise choice for your first game, player. I bet you say that to all the new players. Before entering the mountain, I want you to visit the one-armed sword master of Anvil, Lin Wensai. He will teach you the basics of combat, which you need to know if your hero is to survive Zago's domain. Okay. During your adventures, you will encounter many different foes, magical and monstrous, brigand and beast. There will be an assortment of creatures lurking within Firetop Mountain, eager to bring your adventure to a premature end. But let us learn to walk before we start running, shall we? Lin Wensai. I'm assuming that the T is sort of silent. I don't know. This doesn't fit well in my Western mouth, trying to pronounce every single consonant. He wants me to fight some quintains, which will allow you to experience how combat functions. Okay, I don't know what a quintain is, but I guess I'm fighting one. Oh, it's like a fighting dummy. During combat, you can... Where's me mouse pointer? Ugh. It's like it... During combat, you can choose to move or attack. Or attack! Oh, I see. It's while I'm reading, it won't let me. Select move to advance towards the quintain. Oh, it moves! After you select your action, both you and your opponent will play out their moves simultaneously. Move to the side to avoid the quintain's attack. Sometimes it's better to attack where the enemy is likely to move to, instead of where they currently are. Yeah. Attack the space in front of the quintain. I mean, why wouldn't it just sidestep? That's an assumption. If both you and a foe try and attack each other at the same time, you will clash. It is then a test of who has the greatest skill, with the loser taking damage. Attack the quintain and clash. Oh my god, its skill is pretty pathetic, thank fuck. Your enemies will move and attack in somewhat predictable patterns. Pay attention to when they shake, to indicate that they'll be attacking next round. Use your movement and attacks to defeat the quintain. Okay. Well, it's probably just going to attack me, so let's... Huh. Well, I mean, I could just keep clashing, but... I'm just going to try and get an idea. Yay. Okay, I mean... Okay. I win! Oh no. In addition to the basic attacks, you have special attacks that they can unleash. Powerful attacks take several turns to recharge, so use them sparingly. Defeat this pair of contains. Yeah, because I've got a number of abilities. Yeah, because that one... So whenever I click on something, it kind of gives me the... Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna actually attack, and then that should clash, which I should be able to defeat it in a clash. Ah, I see. You're sneaking off over there, are you? Yeah, because the quick jab is quick, so it goes beforehand. Okay, yeah, because it doesn't get the chance to move with the quick slice. Okay, well, odd, but okay. But let us learn to... Victory! No stamina loss, gain 3 souls. Yay, that sounds good. Congratulations, you have passed the basic combat training. Just one more thing, player. While on your quest, keep an eye out for wooden benches like this one. Rest ye here. Sorry, rest thee here, wary traveller. Because the Y that a lot of people put in, like, ye olde tavern and ye this and whatever, is technically not a Y. It's complicated, but it comes from, I think, originally the Norse Thorn rune, which basically means TH, and it's pronounced th. So that ye olde tavern is just the old tavern. It's like, it's pronounced the. So it's kind of amusing. But yes, rest the here. Actually, no, ye might be actually, it's Shakespearean probably, in that context. Probably is a Y, and it's just wrong. Using them will allow you to restore your stamina. If you run out of stamina, your adventure ends. So be sure to take a rest now and then. Now? Like now? Like now? You'll also have some provisions which you can use anytime, but they tend to work best when you are resting at a bench, so keep that in mind. You will receive 3 resurrection stones at the start of your quest. If your adventurer dies heroically, you can use 1 stone to bring them back to life. Be warned, though, that your hero will only appear at the last bench you passed. So you will lose any souls that you absorb between the seat and the location of their death. This is where I leave you, player. It's time for you to begin. Cool. Okay. Boing, 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 boing. The villagers of Anvil cheered with excitement as you began your 2-day hike to Firetop Mountain. Cries of, "Return to us safely, Alexandra!" and "May the luck of the gods be with you!" rang out. Your fame reaches even to remote towns like Anvil. Your mysterious patron, a sorcerer known to you only as Kith, wants you to seek a massive ruby known as the Eye of the Cyclops and give it to Zagor, the warlock who rules this mountain. When you asked Kith about the significance of the ruby, the sorcerer only smiled and said, "You'll see." It sounded more like a witch than a sorcerer. Probably could have... I need to work on my sorcerer voice. The citizens who live in the foothills of the mountain fear Zagor, and have been very reluctant to tell you anything that may help you find him, fearing for their own safety. You have mixed feelings about the adventure ahead, and you just hope that Kith's instructions are honorable and you do not let the local people down. One thing is clear, though. You will not be dealing with any ordinary wielder of magic. You must be on your guard. It takes you 2 days to reach the menacing-looking mountain, with its sharp, rocky crags that jut out at unnatural angles. At the top, you can see the eerie red colouring, probably some savage vegetation, which has given the mountain its name. You approach the cave. A known entrance used by a local band of orcs. Your hand gripping the hilt of your long sword as you consider what dangers lie ahead. Your adventure starts here. Ooh, nice little skulls. Yeah, it's welcoming. It's homely. I will peer into the gloom. Ooh, and here comes a 3D bit, I think. You see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. With the smell of orc up my nose. I have a feeling I'm going to meet some formidable foes. That ruby is in this mountain somewhere, so I'm going to have to ask politely, using my sword, of course. I will step warily into the blackness. You stand in a dark, slimy cave entrance. Approach the fork ahead. Okay. Okay, that's kind of cool. Maybe I should ask that orc. Yeah, let's, So, a few yards I arrive at a junction. Let's turn west. Looks like there's an orc I can ask. Seen a ruby, mate? A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. Oh, snoozy orc. You approach with caution and see an orc in leather armor asleep at his post. I hope all of Zagor's minions are this lazy. This could be my quickest adventure yet. I will carefully approach the sleeping orc. I'm going to interrogate him. Wake him up! You prod the orc awake with the pommel of your sword. He leaps to his feet, flinging for his weapon, which you swiftly kick out of his reach. I am Alexandra of Blacksand. I seek the eye of the Cyclops. The orc seems to recognize you, or at least he recognizes your sharp sword and heavy armor. He does not speak the trade tongue, but his shrugging and sniveling makes it clear that you're not going to get any useful information out of him. You tie him up and gag him. I'm going to carry on. They're not very clever. Oh, are they some doggos? The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. The two orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that you should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. I've come across these poor creatures before on previous quests. Orcs generally don't treat them very well, which can make them quite vicious. You're going to have to deal with them quickly, one way or another, before they attract the attention of an orc patrol, or maybe something even worse. I mean, distracting them with some food seems like the more humane thing. If they're not treated well, my goodness, if they're not treated well, then maybe some kindness will break through. The orc hounds wait expectantly, remembering your education on the beasts of Titan. See, that attribute's kicking in. You think back to the notes on orc hounds. Although vicious, they are easily distracted as long as you have the right treat. Giant aardwolf meat. I mean, I don't have any giant aardwolf meat, so I guess I'm just gonna... They're probably not gonna eat the provisions, as long as you have the right treat. Yeah, so basically I can't distract them. You don't have to fight them. Drawing your weapon, you prepare to engage the orc hounds in combat. They are chained to the walls, so their movements are limited. So, How are these guys? It's such a small little area, 4x4 grid with a quarter of the tiles used up. I'm going to move to the side. That wiggled, so it suggests it's going to attack. It may have some kind of jumpy attack. What happened? What just happened? I have no idea what just happened. Oh, I see. So they are only attacking, like, in front of them. Okay, so the dogs were relatively easy to... Sorry, the orc hounds, I should call them. They weren't dogs. Okay. So I continue along the corridor. Oh, there's a little resty thing. Does that automatically happen, or...? So, sorry, leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow the new passageway as it turns north. Rest here, weary traveller. Set against the wall is a wooden bench where you may rest. Player, I would strongly advise sitting on this bench. If you do not, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm gonna sit on the bench and rest. You sit down on the bench, rest for a moment. Okay. Well, I gained some stamina, which I didn't need. To your left on the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Yeah, I'm going to open the door. The door opens to reveal a small, smelly room. In the center of the room is a rickety wooden table on which stands a lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Judging by the remains of the dwarven architecture, this room has not changed much from its original purpose, sleeping quarters for the night watch. Proving that your educated guess was correct, you see a green-skinned orc asleep on a straw mattress. I wonder what's in that wooden box. I can't just slit the orc's throat in its sleep. That's disappointing. Right, I'm gonna try and steal the box then. Treading softly, you easily extract the wooden box from under the table. Your luck holds out as you easily back out of the room without waking the orc. You leave the room and open the box in the passage. A hidden compartment has been knocked loose, revealing a cache of gold pieces. Woo! There's also a small mouse, which must have been the creature's pet. 4 gold pieces! Yay! And the mouse runs off. Cool. Right, let's continue down this passage, I suppose. Actually, then again, I'm gonna... Oh, I can't rest again. It's a shame. Let's go down this passage. You arrive at another door. Can't hear anything. I will open the door. The door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. Stale smell in the air. In the center of the room there is a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is another small box. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little look in the box. There are carved runes on the box. Due to your excellent education, this education's kicking in an awful lot. You can roughly translate these into snake surprise. As you pick it up, it rattles within. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have opened it. There's a snake inside of it. I feel like I wouldn't have opened it. You open the lid, a small snake pops out and bites your wrist. Although, weirdly enough, you open the lid. Achievement unlocked. Oh, peanut brittle. Discover an old orcish trick. Even though you're surprised you managed to dodge them, fight the snakes. How many snakes are there? There's some big fucking snakes in that tiny handheld box. Just looking at the table, so I'm like... Ah, Spitty Boy. You can do it too diagonally, Spitty Boy. Yay. Oh! Not fun. Not yay. Oh, should have done piercing strike. It might only be able to attack diagonally. Yeah, it's like they've only got diagonal attacks. Still, lost a bit of stamina. Lost 4 stamina, gained 4 souls. I've defeated the snakes. The box has fallen to the ground during your fight with the snakes. There appears to be nothing else inside of it. It must have been a practical joke made by one of the orcs. You decide to continue to head deeper into the orcs' barracks. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm going to continue this another episode because we're just hit the half-hour mark. But yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying this, so hopefully this will carry on as being fun. We shall find out. But until then, cheerio.